Alright. Hello there, anyone, my followers, viewers, just regular attendants of the internet, and any nicest audiences that might exist from the beside of that screen. And that's me, Alex. That's my regular day, and I gonna do what? I gonna do what? Actually, I just made home, and on my way home, I dropped into my parents' apartment, and we had nicest family talk, and the talk was related to what? To how we love each other and how we feel each other. That theme that exists between parents and adult children, and I'm supposed to be like adult child. I wouldn't disclose my age, but it's shown in my face. I guess I believe that it's not a secret actually. It doesn't matter for me because kind of as I told previously, the age is only the number, not is only the number, not more than that, and it's kind of never been a theme for me to discuss. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sorry. I replaced my microphone down here in order to just release my throat, release my neck, and that's now I feel much comfortable in front of the screen and making this. It's not a rambling, it's like kind of impromptu session, current impromptu session, myself recording activities, and it's like it's always been like I'm making something, I'm creating something not point oriented, and not only not point oriented but also point oriented materials. I try to not just educate audiences, but maybe to just familiarize some new people to what I'm doing here, with what I'm doing here, excuse me again. And that's kind of my style of narration when I tell these stories. It goes without having any script in my head and any premet things in my head at all. And that's my kind of very weird and very rugged English in a way. If you might relate to what I'm saying, I'm so bad about pronouncing like very rounded English sounds, and let alone doing these at the evening as I passed all the day through and I got all the stuff in that day, within that day activities, I should say. And you see, I'm kind of burping here, and I don't know, and how it goes. Please bear all these like misdoings, all those like mistakes of mine, and guys, as I told you previously, I don't really fucking know what to say, what to tell you about, and nevertheless, kind of I'm here, and today we've done what we've done today. We've done. Let me think for a while. What we've done. We've done kind of very nicest ever interpret practice, because it kind of was mixed up, not mixed up, but mixed with the like kind of chat and in a very relaxed, and everyone was it is there me, Oksana, and Jack, and we were doing our interpret practice from our native language into English, and Jack was doing his thing from our native language into his native language English. And guys, I wanted to tell you one more time that I adore English. I I don't even fucking know what to say about my craving for knowing English completely, and I'm kind of like I feel like I'm in the ocean of English, and I'm bathing in the blue, and I'm diving in the blue. That's why again I called my channel Diving to English. I see my English as a bottomless ocean of pure knowledge of native English vocabulary and things and phrases and sentences, and more deepest like things that could exist within that deep blue of English language, you know what I'm saying? And I always been kind of guy who was always keen on knowing new materials, how they sound, how they would be applicable at some points in our lives, how would I apply some native phrases learned recently, and not only recently, but throughout all my lifespan, I should say. And guys, if you learn English, you might relate to what I'm doing right here, right now. And I forgot the point what I wanted to share with you, and I just wanted you to be just in the picture of what's happening around my place, around my mind, I should say, what I'm doing those days, what I'm pondering about these days. And I wouldn't just disclose all the stuff that happened in my head, but for the most part, that stuff, let's say like I don't know, maybe 60% related to English learning theme, and I become clear that I will need my fluent English in nearest future days, and I will apply it into my working process, into my educational self-educational process, and I will add that thing of knowing completely not knowing English to my general literacy, and that would be the great supplementary things to the great supplementary thing to my entire just complete personality, you know what I'm saying? And that's been my kind of shtick that I shared with you. And the thing, my distinction from all other people who learn English, that I'm fucking craving for knowing new English, whatever it will be related to. Let's say I learn new just essay, or I learn new like except from some story or from some novel, or I learn just piece of the news as they unveil news on some channels. Especially I adore Bloomberg channel, and I adore the moment when I switch between my native and English. Kind of became for me not a native but not a foreign language anymore. It's like kind of when I speak my second native language, and let's say my English even shares the second steer with my second native language, and I even think that I speak more often in my English than I do in my second native language, and I don't know, just try to do that on your own. Like let's say I'm sitting here and like ranting generally about nothing, but still I'm ranting. You see, I'm just kind of don't relate to any script in my head. I don't relate to any list of things to say. You know, I'm just doing this in a moment, just right now, in a moment again. And I adore that stuff because I'm kind of feel that inspiration while I'm speaking, and I kind of I don't know, the feeling that I'm feeling right now, that I'm my sensations like that I'm feeling inside me right now, they're unexplicable, they're undescribable. I just feel great. I feel exhilarated. I feel excited. I feel like kind of like I'm drunk. Those like I feel like I'm thrown into the ecstasy. I don't know how to just elaborate that stuff that happens around my head, around my body right now. And I'm kind of what I want you to be, what I want you to know, that I kind of want to dissolve into fluent American version of English, and I want to sound like them, like Native Americans, especially when I learn new harsh accents that when they appear on news and some just random speech that I hear every now and then here and there, you know what I'm saying? And that when I just when I'm able to apprehend what's been said just right now, even with having these harsh and difficult to understanding for my not native American accents, and that being said, I must confess that I adore English. I adore my style of learning. I adore my colleagues, especially Oksana, especially Jack, especially any other Marina. If you've watched this video, it's been you who pulled me up, and I adore when you existed in my life, and I just applaud you for how good you are, and how you just pull people up, and everyone that surrounds you, all those people are very great audiences, and they are very kind and very nice, and you're a nice girl, and let alone your good personality, and you are just great at whatever you are doing. I've been there. I've seen you a lot of times, and I kind of made my own, and I made my own picture in my mind about what you are. And again, Marina, and whose second name begins with the letter T, and you know what I'm talking about to you right now. And just be yourself, and everything is gonna be fine with your activities, whatever you would be doing in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's been kind of my things that I described you, and I describe my colleagues. I don't know even what to say about my colleagues. They're just great. They're amazing people at it never ceases to amaze me how people could just find each other in a life, and how they pull each other, and how they can become closer with some new activities they do, and how the learning process of learning your second language allows people to be closer and to just I don't know, get familiar with even some personal things with each other. And it's like I would say that English itself like makes the world closer and makes people more familiar with each other and makes people closer in a way. That's good. Correct me if I'm wrong. And English, I adore your existence, your being in my life, and how you unveil, how how you unveiling in front of me now, and how I'm able to dive so deep that I couldn't even imagine in my past days. Let's say a few years ago, I couldn't even imagine that I can dive too deep into my adorable English, and for me to be able to speak this way the way I'm speaking right now. And please just guys, I'm begging you, bear with all these my grammar mistakes and with all my misdoings that I am doing along with trying to follow the correct version of how to speak my English. And just bear and do what you want with your English, just all your own English, all rule it, correct it, and just to enhance it and pull it up. And again, that's been kind of my impromptu thing of today, and I'm kind of really weird right now, and I'm gonna just close it and wrap this shit up. It's not a shit actually. It's my style of narration, and it's the way it's always been, and I adore that when it happens. And guys, what can I tell you what? Just have a good night and have a good sleep, and do your issues the way you want them to be done. And again, keep following your own tracks, and take care, and see you all in a while. See you soon. Bye.